सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम तत्सत्। We were studying verse 18 of the fourth chapter of the Gita last Sunday. It is an extraordinary verse, paradoxical in statement, but as I often express it, many logical paradoxes are resolved in the logic of daily life. We can try and find out the truth. Logic finds paradoxes and contradictions, but actual life breaks through all these paradoxes. So this particular statement, he who sees inaction, action in inaction, he is the most intelligent of men. He is the true yogi. He is the doer of all action. That is the famous verse 18, which I expounded last Sunday. In the meantime, on the 12th of January, we had a wonderful festival in the campus of the Math. Over 5,000 young people from various colleges and other institutions gathered together from morning 8:30 to evening 8 o'clock. It was a one-day youth convention in connection with the concluding celebrations of the 125th birthday celebration of Sri Ramakrishna-Vivekananda. And this youth presented various aspects of Vivekananda's message through speeches, through dramas, ballets and songs. A variety performance, and with great commitment and devotion. Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Sikhs, all were there, and boys and girls. It was a great experience to all of us, and for those who helped us to organize the whole function. Also, the release of the complete works of Swami Vivekananda, 8 volumes, subsidized edition. That also went off that day, and over 4,000 sets were taken by people who had paid for it. The remaining are being taken day by day, all the 4,000. It was 90 rupees per set up to October. Then it became 100 rupees from October to December. And now after the release is over, it is still selling very cheap, about 120 or 25 rupees. Hundreds of sets are going out for this a little enhanced price. So that was January 12th, the birthday of Swamiji according to Western calendar. Indian calendar, Swamiji's birthday falls this year on 29th of January, and it is a Sunday also. So I wish to refer to this event, that large number of young people getting to study Swamiji, getting influenced to develop high character, great love for humanity, the spirit of service. This is how a nation rebuilds itself through new ideas. this must be intensified more and more and more. We can understand the Gita better after studying Vivekananda literature once. That's what I did, and that's what I saw, how effective it is. And so, we continue our study of the Gita. This fourth chapter, having spoken about this truth, that when the mind is properly disciplined, and if there is perfect detachment of mind, then working will be as good as non-working. That means relaxation. In work you find relaxation. This has a profound meaning to men and women in the modern age. Because we have learned to associate all work with drudgery and to seek for pleasure outside work. There is a great evil attitude. We should overcome it. There is a joy in work also. When you put your soul in your work and you feel a sense of detachment so far as the lower ego is concerned, that is very, very important. But because of this wrong attitude today, that work is drudgery, there is an experience of what you call today boredom among people, working and yet feeling bored. So many excitements around you, still feeling bored. In the States, when I travel, there is a word I often hear. Children telling parents, "Mummy, I am bored. I am bored." Constantly. Though there is so much excitement around, how can you be bored in this most exciting age? Something is wrong with the mind. This word, boring, boredom, is a new word in English. It was not there in Johnson's English Dictionary of the 18th century. When I read it in Gerard Hurl's article, I wanted to make sure that it is correct. So in Chicago I sent for Johnson's English Dictionary from the Chicago Public Library, and I searched boredom, no word at all. People were not bored at that time. Now it is there everywhere. Boredom, boredom, boredom. I am bored, I am bored. The spiritual emptiness of man cannot be better demonstrated than through this experience of boredom. And that too, not by old people who got jostled in life and they get bored. That we can understand. But by children, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, if they get bored, something is wrong with the whole civilization. That's why in this teaching, work becomes relaxation. You can try in your own life, test the truth of it, because these are all truths about man. Those who have experienced them. Work, heavy work, and yet you feel relaxed. How can it happen? The mind. The mind is properly handled, it becomes possible. If the mind is left to itself, it will play all these tricks. During work, you feel a sense of drudgery. And you feel pleasure outside work, constantly running about here and there, holiday, this, that, every time. Now this is extremely wrong attitude. If you trace work to its root, you will find inaction at the root. If you trace holiday and inaction to the root, you will find work at the other end of it. This is L.P. Jack's remark, very important remark. So in this way, karmana gahano gatihi. Krishna had said, the way of karma is mysterious. Don't think it is easy to understand what is karma and what is akarma and what is vikarma. This is what is explained in that one single verse, 18, that there is a state of mind where heavy work doesn't make you feel a sense of heaviness. You feel relaxed because you have touched something deeper within yourself. You are not the ego, constantly in tension. Work from the ego point of view is all tension. But behind the ego, there is an infinite dimension. When that is realized even a little, then extra work, heavy work, won't make you feel that it is heavy. Even ordinary experiences will tell you, whenever love is in the heart, the work doesn't feel heavy. When there is no love in the heart, the work feels very heavy. Even a small thing becomes heavy because you don't find interest in it. As soon as you have love for a particular cause, you can do anything. A beloved is there, a man carries a heavy load for the beloved. That load is not heavy at all, because love for the beloved takes away the load. Though the load is actually a fact, but you don't feel it. Your mind has transformed the situation. Hundreds of instances are there in human life where this truth has been verified by many people. Others also can verify it. And so the teaching is here. Do hard work, but have a spirit of detachment. That hard work will not remain hard for you. It becomes easy, becomes smooth. You don't need a separate holiday. Just like breathing for oxygen. The whole day full of work, full of carbon dioxide, and I rush to get a little oxygen outside. That kind of thing will not be there. It is the madness of modern civilization. So Krishna is giving a profound message to man in modern civilization. Do work. Do go for leisure also. Not by treating work as drudgery and seeking for sun, oxygen outside the world of work, but find joy here, find joy there also. One is a greater joy, the other is a joy, the other also is a greater joy. There is no harm. From joy to joy you can go, not from boredom to joy. That is not the way of human life. And so, in verse 18 and the two verses thereafter also, these ideas are expressed. Some of them refer to a highly developed spiritual mind. We have to take as much of it as we can digest. But the teaching is there. So some of the verses you may feel they do not relate to me. Quite correct. They relate to you fractionally. But they relate to somebody else who has got more spiritual strength. So that is the next sloka. 19. Yasya sarve samarambha kama sankalpa varjitaha jnanatmi daddha karmana samahu panditam uthaha. Wise people say that such people are panditas. They are really spiritual. What kind of people? Yasya sarve samarambha kama sankalpa varjitaha. All whose undertakings are without the stimulus of kama sankalpa. This I must get, this I must get, this I must get, that attitude, kama sankalpa. That is not there behind those undertakings. Such a person, yasya sarve samarambhaha kama sankalpa varjitaha. And what has happened in their case? Jnanatmi daddha karmanam. All their undertakings and actions have been burned away in the fire of jnana, fire of Atmajnana and the Atman and the pure self. In that fire, he has burned away all these actions. Here jnana is compared to fire. Jnanasmi daddha karmanam. Such a person, wise people say, he is a pandita, true pandita. Pandita, as I said earlier, is a great word in Sanskrit, though today it has got very ordinary meaning. The cook is called a pandit in North India. That's the nature of pandita. Here, panda means Atma Vishaya Buddhi Panda. Shankaracharya calls it. The buddhi which is turned towards the Atman, that type of buddhi is called panda. He who has that buddhi is a pandita. That means a spiritually inclined person is a pandita. So that kind of pandit here you get when these things take place in you. Sarve samaramphaha kama sankalpa vajjitaha. Free from kama sankalpa. Jnanasmi daddha karmanam. Whose actions have been burned, daddha, in jnanasmi, in the fire of jnana. That person, wise people say, is a true pandita. That is the good description. 2 or 3 definitions of pandita are given in this book. One is here. The other is who sees the same Atman in a holy man, in an ordinary man, in a cow, in a dog, in everyone. The same Atman he finds, that man also is a pandita. Pandita samadarshinaha. That sloga will come. A pandita is samadarshi. He doesn't look up and down. That man is high, this man is low. No such attitude. He sees only the same Atman in every being. That is also the definition of the word pandita. Then comes next, verse 20. Tektva karma phala sangam nityatrutto nirashrayaha karmanya hripravrtopi naiva kinchit karoti saha. It says, Tektva karma phala sangam. By renouncing attachment to the fruits of action. Karma phala asanga. Asanga is attachment, phala is fruit, karma is karma. So Tektva karma phala asanga. Nitya trupto. Mind becomes fully satisfied constantly. Nitya trupto. That fever goes away from the mind. Tension goes away from the mind. Nitya trupto. Nirashraya. Absolutely free. No dependence on anything. Ashraya means dependence. You don't depend upon anything. Nirashraya. Nitya trupto. Nirashraya. Karmani abhipravrittohi. Though he is engaged in action constantly, abhi means constantly, day after day, from morning till evening, he is working hard. Karmani abhipravrittohi. He says, naiva kinchit karoti saha. He doesn't do anything at all. He is enjoying almost like a holiday. Heavy work, yet enjoying a holiday. Holiday in work. That's a great idea. A bit of it we have to realize in our life. The highest can come only when we realize the infinite self. But a little bit of it is good for all of us in every field of life. Karmane abhipravrittovi naiva kinchit karoti saha. He doesn't do anything. Though he does so much, he doesn't do anything. The other man, without a trained mind, full of fussy ideas, jumping about, shouting all the time, thinking, making the whole world feel he is world shaking what he is doing. Actually, he is only expending his psychic energy. The result of work is very little. That's a big lesson our people must learn. Silent work is effective work. Noisy work is not effective work. Full of expenditure of emotional energy and shouting this and that. In Bengali they call it, Salamash attitude. Something goes wrong in the midst of work, you make a big show of it. Savanash, everything is destroyed. Like a Cassandra in the Greek mythology. We are all destroyed, we are all destroyed. going about in the battle of Troy. That is the story of Cassandra. So they got Cassandra type of people. Small things they make it big. A little upset makes it a big affair. Can't take it in a calm mind. No, because the mind is not trained. That is where this great teaching comes to help us. That a trained mind will do much work with no noise, no kind of fussy work. Fussy work is really very, very inefficient work. We have to realize the truth. When you work in society, you can find people shouting all the time this, that and all that as if they are doing big work. They are only creating nuisance. That's all. Calm, silent, steady work, no talking at all, but big work is being turned out. That is what we must realize today. I often quote the words of our ex-president, Dr. Radhakrishnan. In Delhi, we have got so many busybodies in social life. You want to organize something here, something there, always busybody. That's all. They do very little work. They want only a little prominence to themselves, to be photographed with the Prime Minister. That's all what they want. Nothing more they want. Such cases are there. In that connection, Radhakrishnan said at that time, the modern men, and more especially the modern women, do not believe in religion or God. They believe in what they call going about doing good. But when you closely observe it, it is more going about than doing good. Such people are there all over the world. More going about than doing good. More shouting, making their presence felt. Such people are there in social life, institutions, political parties, everywhere you will find. Just like the one in UP suddenly started the birthday of Rajiv Gandhi's wife. We will celebrate it in a big way. Finally, he was silenced by more wise people. But he wants to become prominent. It is the only way to do, making big noise about it. Such people are there. They are not for work, they are for self-advertisement. The I is very, very, very strong. All their work bear the stamp of utter delusion, utter ignorance, self-centeredness. So in these contexts, these teachings are so high. Whole nation can be transformed into great workers, heroic workers. It's a wonderful word. I chanced to read an advertisement in a souvenir, a sentence from Swami Vivekananda. Then I referred to the original text in the complete works, volume 6 or somewhere. There, one of the disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Sri we have been to San Francisco also and stayed there. That is Swami Sri. He used to do very heavy work, silently, quietly, running a whole journal, Bengali journal. I'm telling 1899, 1900 at that time. Then serving the Holy Mother. All this work he used to do, printing the magazine, even delivering it to people, doing even the press work also, everything. Tremendous. So somebody came to Vivekananda and praised him. See what wonderful work Trigunatita is doing. Then Swamiji made a remark. I like it very much. He says, this Swami is a great worker. Hereafter, such workers will increase in this country. Calm, silent, steady workers. Don't compare them with sadhus who go to a village, light a dhuni fire and do them smoking or some venture there. That's all we understand usually of the old type of Swami. But no, this is a new type. They are heroic workers. The nation will learn how to work from men like Swami Trigunatita. This is the language he has used. Hard work, tremendous effect on society, but the whole thing is done silently. Nobody knows that such work is being done. That is a great inspiring utterance. speaking about what this country will be in time to come. Today we are not so. We are very inefficient in our work. We spend more energy in talking than in working. All that is true today. But that will change. A new philosophy is coming. So this chapter on the Karma Yoga as well as this new teaching about seeing action in inaction, inaction and action. These are all going to be implemented this time. More heroic workers will come out of Indian society. Other countries do have good workers, though they need a certain philosophical and spiritual depth, but our country needs how to work well, how to work together, how to produce results. When I spoke in Delhi Corporation public meeting about local self-government in our democracy, I had occasion to refer to this. Why all these panchayats and municipalities are failing? Because nobody works. They only talk. Municipal committee meeting, the whole day will be lectures going on. Nobody cares to deal with the problems of the citizens. There is not that practical orientation. So also panchayats, simply shouting, talking, this, that, and a few selfish things will be somehow managed to be achieved there. How can you run a public institution from this point of view? You must be calm and silent, take out the problem one by one, the agenda one by one, all dealing with human welfare. How to achieve it? Here is a road needed, there is a tap needed, here is a light needed, there is a toilet needed. Try to implement it, not by talking, but by getting things done, by constant discussion with each other, finish discussion and start doing work. Instead of that, we go on lecturing. One Vice Chancellor of a big university in India told me, we have 10 or 12 agenda. After 4 hours meeting, half an agenda is not yet over. Everybody is lecturing all the time. He told me literally. So all this is all national traits which we developed during our slave period. Now we are free. Why enter into this? Our panchayats will become most dynamic centers of national life when they develop this character, this capacity to work. Silent, quiet. What are the problems? Come on, we will discuss. In 1 hour you can finish so many problems, and the rest is go and execute it. Do it. This is only a decision-making body. So this is how we have to change our whole attitude to work. Whatever we had till now was quite all right for a slave people, not for a free people. Free people's ways are different. Therefore, this capacity for work and teamwork. No great things can be done without teamwork. 10 people must put their hands together, then only you can get things done. So I am hoping that this orientation towards Panchayat Raj, which is just now available in Indian thought atmosphere, if that is combined with this character change that must come in the people, we can achieve great results in a short time. That's why these teachings are all meant to be applied, meant to be really verified in daily life and conduct. So, karmani adhipravartovi naiva kinchit karoti saha. What a joy it is to work for the people. There is no water to drink. I am here to provide water for you. What a joy it is. You can work a whole day, never feel tired about it. If there is love in the heart for the people, that is what we need. Thus you solve problems one by one. Villages are bright. There is a good road. There is lighting, sanitation, health, education. People are cooperative, not going to court for litigation every minute. That's what they do now. What a change it will be. The whole country will become a heaven. This is the heaven we have to create in India, instead of waiting to get a ticket to that post-mortem heaven, which is all what we understand by much of religion in India. So that should completely change. Krishna will summon the whole of humanity in India in the 11th chapter to this great work, Tasmat Tvamuttishta Yasho Labhasva Yitva Shatrun Bhumshu Rajyam Samruddham. Therefore, Arjuna, stand up. Addressing the whole nation, to say, stand up all of you. Tvamuttishta Yasho Labhasva. Achieve the glory that belongs to man. When you solve your problems only, you get a glory. Otherwise you have no glory at all. How? Overcome your enemies. Poverty, insanitation, backwardness, illiteracy. All these are your enemies. Overcome them. Jitva Shatrun. And then, Bhumshu Rajyam Samruddham. Enjoy life in this wonderful country. Prosperous, well-developed country. That is real life. Then only you can understand the meaning of true religion. This is going to come to us in the 11th chapter, after Krishna showed his universal form to Arjuna. So these are great ideas. If only these ideas percolate to the people in the rural areas, what a change will come. After all, man is teachable. New ideas can change the human character from bad to good. It is quite possible. They don't have ideas. They live on old inherited ideas. Very weak. First of all, they have no faith in themselves. What can we do? We are ordinary people. Who is ordinary? Everybody is ordinary or extraordinary as he or she thinks of herself or himself. That's what people must learn. Have faith in yourself. You can do wonders. This people must learn slowly, steadily, if the nation is to progress. Every word in this book is meant to make people better and better. Civilization richer, purer. Whether it is east or west, it is the same. The universal philosophy of man's life, development and fulfillment is what you get in the Bhagavad Gita. And so, continues in the same strain, Nirashihi Yatachittatma Tyakta Sarva Parigraha Chariram Kevalam Karma Kurvanna Apnoti Girdisham. Nirashihi, without too many expectations. I want this, I want that. The mind building up castles all the time. Without attitude removed, mind is more steady. Nirashihi Yavachittatma, well-disciplined mind. Tyakta Swarva Parigraha, the idea of possessing this, possessing that, is gone from his mind. Today there is too much of the idea of possession. That's why so much of theft. Nothing is safe, because I want to possess. If I keep something there in 5 minutes, it will be stolen away. That possession idea is very strong. Self-respect is so little. So, Tyakta Sarva Parigraha. Give up that parigraha. I must have this, I must have that attitude. Tyakta Sarva Parigraha. You will not give up the thing. You give up only that sense of possessing it, that pride that comes out of that possession. Tyakta Sarva Parigraha. Chariram Kevalam Karma Kurvanna. Even though he does work, even with his body, heavy work with the body, Kurvanna Apnoti Girdisham. He doesn't incur any evil. Even though you are working even with his body, not only in the mind, physically with his body, he will never incur any evil. Kurvanna Apnoti Kilbisham. Kilbisham means evil, sin, evil. That's the meaning of the word Kilbisham. Then comes a still higher level of spiritual achievement. Yadrchālābha santushto Dvandvātīto vimatsaraha Tamas siddhāva siddhaucha Kritvāpicha nibadhyate. Yadrchālābha santushto, satisfied with what comes by chance, never running after the thing. This is a very high level spiritual development. We can't do it in the beginning, but we can keep it in view. That stage is there. Yadrcha labha santushto. A young boy or girl of 18 or 20 cannot understand this teaching. But he or she can keep it in view. There is a possibility in me. Sometime it may come. I may not have it now, but I shall keep it in view. That's all what we have to do at this stage. Yadurcha labha santushto. Yadurcha, by chance, labha, achievement or profit or gain, santushto, being pleased with it. I never ran after it, it came. Yadurcha labha santushto. I have seen people who do not strive for promotion in their office. What is due to me will come to me. That attitude is there. A few, and they have got also what is due to them. Though things are not so good in our society. In a just society, you did not struggle for your own, what you have to get for your own sake. Because society is just. What is due to you will come to you without your asking. But our society is not just. It is thoroughly unjust. But even by struggling, you are not going to get also. So he said, this I shall do my work well, what is due to me will come. In a high spiritual attitude, this attitude will be relevant there. Otherwise, better to struggle and have tension and other things. When you are in a very unjust society, there will be no peace. Constant tension will be there. But this unjust society we have created. We have to change it. That's why it's our responsibility. Nobody else is going to change the society. How to make it more just. That is the great work in India. As I see very often, our society today, law and justice do not go together. Law goes one way, justice goes another way. That society is the healthiest, where law and justice go together. What a beautiful idea. If there is detachment in the law enforcing agencies, then that will become true. If there is no detachment, if there is worldliness, selfishness, then everything will be unjust. Nobody will be happy in that society. So we are passing through a very hard creative period where so much of evil is there. Some good also is there. You have to increase the good, reduce the evil. You and I have to do it. That kind of commitment to the social good must come from millions of people. When it comes automatically. Justice comes automatically. I am treated unjustly. But this very I will treat somebody else unjustly also. So we are all both sufferers and causing suffering to others as well. That should not be. I shall never be the cause of this suffering to anybody. No injustice shall go from me. I must have that tremendous determination. There is a sloka from Bhartrihari, Niti Shatakam, which Swami Vivekananda used to love to quote. Nindandu Niti Nipunaha Yadivastuvantu Lakshmi Samavishatu Gachatu va Yatheshtam Adyaiva va Maranamastu Yugantareva Nyaya Pathat Pravichadanti Padanna Dhira. He says, what is the quality of a Dhira? Dhira means heroic type of mind. Very intelligent, very heroic. That's why Dhira is a great word in Sanskrit. Be Dhira, they say, heroic in every sense of the term. What is the nature of that Dhira? Nindandu Niti Nipunaha Yadiva Stuvantu. Let people praise or let them blame. Then Lakshmi Samavishatu Gachatu va Yatheshtam. Let fortune come now or let her go wherever she likes. Adyaivava Maranamastu Yugantareva. Let death come just now, let it come 100 years later. Nyaya Tathat Pravijalanti Padam Na Dhira. The Dhira will not move 1 inch from that path of Nyaya, rectitude, justice. He will walk through that narrow path, never going this way, that way, because of temptations or fear. That type of mind must increase in society. Dhira means that. What a wonderful change it will make. Nothing can shake my mind on the path of righteousness, the path of justice. That is the slogan the Swamiji liked to quote very, very often. And so, Yadukchalabhasantushto dvandvaatito, free from these dualities, good and bad, happiness and misery, these are called dvandvas. They always go together. If you have one, you will have the other also. Dvandvaatito, vimatsaraha, free from all hatred, all kind of violent thinking, vimatsaraha. Samasvat, siddhava siddhaucha, mind is calm in siddhi or asiddhi, success or failure, mind is calm. Samasiddhava siddhaucha, krutvapi na nibadhyate. Even though he is acting all the time, he is not bound at all. Bondage doesn't apply to him, though he is acting all the time. This is a very high state of human development, mental development. Then, one of the greatest verses of this chapter now comes in verse 23. Gata sangasya muktasya jnanavasthita chetasaha yajnaya acharata karma samagram praviliyate. Gata sangasya, whose sangha or attachment, gata, is gone, who has banished the spirit of attachment, gata sangasya. Therefore, muktasya, he is free. That's meaning of freedom. He is free even here now, in this very moment, in the midst of work, he is free. Gata sangasya, muktasya, jnana avasthita chetasaha, whose manas or chetas or buddhi is established in jnana, jnana avasthita chetasaha. What a beautiful conception. The mind established in jnana. Then, yajnaya acharata karma. Whatever karma he does, actions he does, they are all done in a spirit of yajna, spirit of sacrifice, spirit of dedication. That came in the third chapter. Action done in a spirit of yajna. Yajnaya acharata karma. All karma done in a spirit of yajna. Says, samagram praviliyate. Every bit of such actions becomes dissolved. Praviliyate. See, in this very life, this kind of mental development is possible. Gata sangasya, muktasya, jnanavasthita chetasaha, yajnaya acharata karma, samagram praviliyate. If this is a 100% achievement, let me have 5% of it, 10% of it. That is enough for me. So we should always think that way. It's not that I should get the whole of it or nothing of it. No, I shall get a bit of it. The idea is wonderful. Let me have a bit of it. Gata sangasya, muttasya, jnanavasthita chetasaha. Says, yajnaya acharata karma, samagram praviliyate. All the karma becomes praviliyate, becomes dissolved completely, samagram. There is no karma at all. And yet, I have been doing karma all the time. I did it in a spirit of yajna. Yajnaya acharata karma, samagram praviliyate. This is verse 23. And verse 24 is the next verse, which is very well known, especially in the Ramakrishna ashrama circles all over the world. Before taking food, we recite this sloka, the 24th verse. Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavi, Brahmagnau, Brahmanahutam, Brahmairatena gantavyam, Brahmakarma samadhina. Wonderful slogan. Brahma arpanam. What you offer is also Brahman. Brahma arpanam. Then Brahma havi. This havis, the ghee and other things that you offer into the fire, that's called havi. That havi also is Brahman. Brahma arpanam, the offering is Brahman. What is offered also is Brahman. Brahma havi. Brahma agnau, the fire in which you offer also is Brahman. Brahmana Hutam, the one who offers is also Brahman. And then Brahmaivatena Gantavyam. And as a result of this sacrifice, what do you achieve? Brahman. You achieve Brahman only through this. Brahmaivatena Gantavyam. By whom? Brahma Karma Samadhina. Whose Samadhi is Brahma Karma. Because he acts in a spirit of Brahman. That is his Samadhi. That person is of this nature. He knows whatever he does is nothing but the divine. This is a profound Vedantic truth that there is only Brahman in this universe, infinite pure consciousness that has become this universe. Objects, subjects, everything is only one infinite Brahman. That is the truth. That is expressed through this idea. Because while eating, we have the wonderful truth given to us in physiology and modern thought also. I was reading an article in the National Geographic magazine some years ago. There, the sun is our mother. That is the article. And there it is said, we eat our food, which is all solar radiation transformed into food. We wear cloth, solar radiation changed into cloth. We use coal, solar radiation used as coal. So also oil. And then finally, the digestive energy in you is also solar radiation, which digests the food that you take. So everything is solar energy in million forms. The earth and the sun are related this way, and he concludes by saying, the sun is the giver of life and light. Light it gives, life also it gives. So sun is our mother, that's the language. Now that's what our ancients understood in India, from the Rigveda onward. This sun is Pushan, one who nourishes you. Everything in the earth is nourished by the sun. And we don't know the truth. Brahma Karma Samadhina. Suppose you recite this verse and use the word sun, it will be absolutely true. Sun is the offering. Sun is the thing that is offered. Sun is the fire. Sun is the fruit of this offering. Then it's perfectly correct. So here the sun is a visible physical entity. We discovered the spiritual consciousness of Brahman behind the sun, behind the system, behind the starry system, behind everything. That is Brahman, the ultimate reality, infinite, pure consciousness, one and non-dual. That is the truth behind this universe. That is affirmed during meals time. The beautiful idea, the Jataragni inside my stomach which digests the food, that is also a form of the divine. That the Gita will say, some chapters later, I exist in the stomach of all beings as the power of digestion, Jataragni. I digest all types of food that is put into the digestive system. Krishna says there, I am that, I am that. So in this way, Brahman, one and non-dual. The whole universe is an expression of that Brahman. Just as in the solar system, everything is solar radiation in condensed form as water, as ice, as stone, as plant, as this, as that. Everything is solar radiation. So this is a great sloka. Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavi, Brahmatnau, Brahmanahutam, Brahmaivatena Gantavyam, Brahmakarma Swamadhina. That is the truth. It is not mere statement, it is just a truth. If you closely study, you find it is true. How can this and that be the same? How can the food that I take, digestive energy in my stomach, how can these two be the same? Yes, they are. Go to the root, you will find there's only one source from which this has come, one source from which that has come. Take the human body. The same genetic material has become the hard bone structure. And the same genetic material has become the beautiful eye, what you call visibility through the eyeball can see, which is what you call transparent, translucent as it were. Same material, but it is different. It is also the skin, it is also the nail, it is also the hair. All this has come from the same genetic material that is there. So this is a truth we are taught again and again in physical science. Everything within the body is built up, then repaired, corrected, everything by the same genetic material that is inside. That's a big truth. This is the Advaita truth which we had discovered ages ago regarding the universe as a whole. We called it Brahman, the infinite, one without a second. Ekameva, Advitiyam, Brahma. Brahman is one alone and no two. That's the nature of the highest reality. So that is what is used for grace, uttering grace during mealtime. Devameva pare yajnam yogina paripasate brahmatma vapare yajnam yajneneva upayuhvati. Now, several types of yajnas are being referred to here. We have studied subject of yajna in the 3rd chapter. Here again, it is taken and put it in a different way. It says, some yogis perform sacrifices to gods, devas, the bright ones. Others offer the self as sacrifice by the self in the fire of Brahman. That is high spiritual sacrifice. This little ego is put into the fire of knowledge of Brahman. It is burned away. Only Brahman remains in me. That is another type of sacrifice. One is very external, the other is spiritual. First is very little result, second is high class result, high character, high spiritual awareness will come out of that. Similarly, Shotradin Indriyan Yanye, Samyamatmishu Yukvati. These are all very practical ideas. Every day, what you are doing with your body, you are doing lot of sacrifice every day through the body. And now, one such is being mentioned here. Shabdadin Vishayan Anya Indriyatmishu Yukvati. Some again offer hearing, this wonderful act of hearing, says, and other senses as sacrifice in the fire of self-control. You control the sensory system. What do you do thereby? You light a fire. That's called control. Self-control is a fire. You put all the senses into that. You burn them away. You find nothing but pure mind afterwards. So this is also sacrifice. Every development of character is a result of some such sacrifice. That you must remember. Every day we are doing it. Only we don't know we are doing it. Similarly, others offer sound and other sense objects. Sound, touch, etc. These are sense objects. Why do they offer these? To the fire of the senses. Suppose you hear something. Sound is being offered to the organ of hearing. You are offering it there. Actually, it's like a sacrifice, as it were. Similarly, eye, seeing something bright, something beautiful, we offer it there. In this way, the sensory system dealing with the sensory objects, you are already performing various types of sacrifices. Even the food that you take in the stomach is treated as a sacrifice. You are sacrificing this food, the fire that is in the stomach, and that becomes your energy of movement, your strength, your physical stamina, all come from that only. So, sacrifice is going on all the time. Only we must know this is the way that it is being done. Then you will find much more ability to handle the various forces working within the human body. Similarly, Sarvani Indriya Karmani Prana Karmani Chapare Atma Samyavad Yogadnau Yuhvati Jnani Deepite. In the last verse of this section, verse 27, he says, some people again offer all the actions of the sense organs and the functions of the vital energy or the prana into the fire of self-control as a sacrifice. The whole internal system they are going to discipline thoroughly. How do you do so? Lighting the fire of self-control, put all of them into that. That's called sacrifice. And this it is kindled by knowledge. Jnana Deepite, kindled by the light of knowledge. You are doing it knowingly, deliberately. No animal can do it. Automatically you can never do it. You have to do it deliberately. That's why light up the fire of knowledge and then sacrifice everything there. High character comes out of that action. So you did not always do sacrifices there. People are so fond of rituals all the time outside. But every day we are doing so many things here. We can convert them into ritual worship of the divine. There are two levels in puja, what you call ritualistic worship. One is internal puja, the other is called external puja. Manasa puja, Bhakya puja. So when a man sits in front of the temple and starts worship, first he will close his eyes and do worship within. Place the Lord in your heart, offer water to wash his feet, then offer food, offer sandalwood, etc., etc. And there you will find one mantra very interesting. We want to entertain the Lord in the heart. How do I do to entertain Him? I consider the restlessness of the mind and the senses as dancing before the Lord, round the Lord. My restlessness of mind and sensory system, they are all dancing to please the Lord. Imagine therefore, even though you don't like your restless mind, you are now giving it a higher turn. This restless mind is giving entertainment to the divine that is within you. This is Nrityam Indriya Karmani Chanchalyam Manasas Tatha. There is a mantra. Indriya Karmani, activities of the sense organs. Chanchalyam means this kind of constant shakiness of the mind. Manasas Tatha. Chanchal means constantly moving, like a monkey's mind. Chanchalyam Manasas Tatha, including the activities of the sensory system. What are they? Nrityam. They are the dancing going on to entertain the Lord that is in my heart. Now what can be greater than this? That everything going on within is used in a spiritual direction. That is also being spiritual. Now all that is over, then you open your eyes, bring out the Lord from the heart, place in front on a piece of flower and do external puja. First is internal puja. Second is external puja. So here in this sloka, Sarvani Indriya Karmani Jnana Karmani Prana Karmani Chapare Atma Samyamat Yogadnau. Yogadni, the fire of yoga. What kind of yoga? Atma Samyama, perfect self-control. The yoga of perfect self-control compared to a fire. Into that fire, you are offering all these things. That is a beautiful worship, better ritual than merely external ritual that we perform. The external ritual must lead us to this internal ritual. That has not happened in the case of most people among our religious people. They do plenty of external ritual. Internally, no ritual at all. No kind of sacrifice there. No lighting the fire of yoga within. Nothing we do. The result is to remain what we are. Wicked, evil, petty-minded, quarreling, litigious, and very devoted to God also. All combined together. That should not be. So Gita is giving you very many alternatives of yajna, by which the whole of life becomes a yajna. Yes, in fact, he will say that the highest yajna is Jnana Yajna. We will say later on. Jnana Yajna. Yajna of knowledge. That is the highest. That we shall study later in this chapter. We have come to verse 27. So, next Sunday,